I manage e-commerce sales for clothing and accessories in the Seneca Warehouse. So we select items that are in the warehouse for sale online. We prepare them, we photograph them, and we list them and ship them off to the buyer. And we also have another project that we just got started a couple of months ago where we take distressed clothing from the warehouse and we send that out to stores for sale. Specific types of distressed clothing that there's a market for. And this is where all the magic happens. The clothing gets sorted by a number of sorters who go through and decide which pieces are going to be hung and put in the stores. We get to then look through what's left of those clothing items and find distressed items that we are also going to send out to the stores and also put online. Here we have an example of a table that has what are called distressed items or discard items. And we'll have a gal go through, pull out anything of value. She's over here doing that right now. And then she takes those items over to her station, which is over here. She will sort through those items. She'll see which things need to be washed. She'll see which things need to be sorted into different kinds of accessories. And she'll hang the stuff that is clean and ready to go on this rack here. When she's got that rack filled, she'll pull it back and then we'll start going through it to pull what we need for online and for the stores. The main way that we add value is that we're able to select specific things that we can get a lot more money for online than we could in a brick and mortar store situation. So often things that are vintage or unique might not find that particular buyer in a store, but because of the advantage of online being seen internationally across the US, we're able to find the buyer that's willing to pay, good money for those specific items. As a result of me having access to clothing in the warehouse and seeing all the clothing that was being discarded, that meant that it was going to be baled and sent off. I was looking through all of that clothing and finding lots of unique and interesting items, vintage items that had been, that the sort of just didn't realize had value, often because they had something wrong with it. And so I recognized an opportunity to try to save that stuff. And with the workwear, I knew that there were things that had value, but maybe not sufficient value for us to put them online. So I started collecting those and sending them over to the store that's next to us, the Seneca store, as a sort of a, just to see if that's going to work. And it took off right away. And it's an interesting market. People love unique things, even if they're not perfect.